Morning everyone, welcome to Education of Excellence. I am Shivajit. Today we are studying with Environment PT365 of Vision IAS. Okay, I hope we covered each and every topics of economy and polity and governance in the last videos, and I hope you also watched it seriously. Okay, so not wasting the time, we are moving ahead with the Environment PT365. So, our first topic is biodiversity, wildlife, and conservation. Okay, so first, under this, we will be studying red list of threatened species. I hope everyone knows about the IUCN status, International Union for Conservation of Nature. Okay, so it provides all those symbols, that is, you can see categories under IUCN red list. Any not evaluated DD data deficient, least concern, near threatened, vulnerable, endangered, critically endangered, extinct in the wild and extinct. Okay. Basically, in the prelim section, the what are the things that are main important is least concern, near threatened, vulnerable, endangered, critical endangered, extinct in the wild or extinct. Okay. So, what are the key updates species with change status is that number one species is Legomere giant lizard. Okay, what is the updated status? It is all about endangered. Where it is located? It is located in Spain. Legomera giant lizard. Next is Copayapoa cacti. 82% of the species at risk of extinction. Matlab near extinct. Ornamental octi and endemic to Atacama coastal desert in Chile. Atacama Desert. Okay. Next is Gran Canaria giant lizard, critically endangered. It is also in Spain. Gran Canaria skink. It is also in Spain. It is also endangered. Okay, not critically endangered. It is endangered. Ibiza wall lizard. It is also endangered. It is also from Spain. Okay, Bornean elephant. So from the word Bornean, it is obviously it is Sumatra Bornea. It is also endangered. Okay, next topic is sustainable finance for tiger landscape conference. So I hope you know all about the project tiger. It is also conservation program for tiger. Okay, the sustainable finance for tiger landscape conference, sustainable finance for tiger landscape conference was hosted by Bhutan government. Okay, so this finance system was adopted by Bhutan government, supported by Tiger Conservation Coalition. So now we will be looking for about SFTLC and TCC, that is Tiger Conservation Coalition. So SFTLC, that is Sustainable Finance for Tiger Landscape Conference, seeks to increase support for tiger protections and its landscape using financial strategies and global partnership as stated in Paris Statement. Now what is Paris Statement? So see, there is written in the heading Paris Statement, commitment to increase funding for tiger conservation and tiger landscape. This is only just commitment. The statement was released by the Royal Government of Bhutan and Tiger Conservation Coalition on April 2024. So it is a statement which is released in coalition with Bhutan government and Tiger Conservation Coalition. Now what is Tiger Conservation Coalition? Tiger Conservation Coalition is an independent group of organizations that bring together leading biologists and experts in wildlife with focus on achieving tiger conservation. Member organizations like International Union for Conservation of Nature, United Nations Development Program, and Wildlife Conservation Society, and Worldwide Fund for Nature. So these are some of the member. Next is Sustainable Finance Initiative launched by SFTLC. So what is sustainable strategy adopted? Tiger Landscapes Investment Fund and Tiger Bonds. Okay. So in India, the highest number of tiger is in Karnataka. Then first is Madhya Pradesh, then is Karnataka, and then Uttarakhand. Okay. So Panthera tiger, Royal Bengal tiger. Panthera tiger, the other name of Panthera tiger, Indian tiger, is Royal Bengal tiger. What is its status? Its status is endangered. Okay. It is a critical species of India, maximum in Madhya Pradesh, followed by Karnataka and Uttarakhand. So please remember, the highest population of tiger is in Madhya Pradesh, then Karnataka, and then Uttarakhand. Okay. Next, there is some of the conservation strategy adopted by the government. One is Project Tiger. Next is NTCA, National Tiger Conservation Authority. Next is National Animal of India. Next is M Stripes. Next is Global Tiger Initiatives. Next is Global Tiger Forum. Next is Agabedias like Conservation Issue Tiger Standards and World Wildlife Fund Tiger Alive Initiatives. Okay. Next is related terms tiger landscape or landscape. What is tiger landscape? So landscape in India like Shivalik Hills, Gangetic Plains, Northeast Hills, and Brahmaputra flood plains. Sundarban landscapes of Central India and Eastern Ghats landscape or Western Ghats landscape. Next, we are moving forward to look at International Big Cat Alliance. International Big Cat Alliance. So, what is Big Cat? Big Cat is a overall name of the given species, like tiger, leopard, jaguar. These are all varieties of cat. Okay, so all this combined we call as International Big Cat Alliance. Okay. So Indian Cabinet approved the proposal of India to become a member of IPSC, International Big Cat Alliance. So India is going to be a member of International Big Cat Alliance. So about IPSC launched by India on 5th year of India's Project Tiger in 2023. Okay. Apart from India, Nicaragua, Awastani and Somalia have also joined. So other countries like Nicaragua, Awastani and Somalia, these all also have joined. Okay. So Somalia is in East Africa. I hope all of you know. You can also make it similar with Somalia Jet in the Arabian Sea, jet stream. Okay. Next, Nicaragua. Where is Nicaragua? Nicaragua is between Pacific and Caribbean in Central American countries. So Nicaragua is in Central America and it is situated in between Pacific and Caribbean. And where is Awastani? Awastani is in landlocked country in Southern Africa. Landlocked country in Southern Africa. So please remember the location might come where it is located. So Awastani is a landlocked country in Southern Africa. India inhabits all cat except puma and jaguar. So please remember, India has all varieties of cat except puma and jaguar. Next, elephant census. So before going elephant census, you have to look at all United Nations member countries are eligible to become a member of IPSC, International Big Cat Alliance. Okay, so you can say some of the IUCN status for tiger. It is endangered in India and vulnerable like lion, cheetah, snow leopard, and leopard. These are all vulnerable. And near threatened is jaguar, and least concern is puma. Okay, next elephant census 2023. I hope this also you know. It is there is a name of the project called Project Elephant. Okay, so recently synchronized elephant population census 2023 has been done in the southern states. So the census has been carried out in the southern states. So key finding, Karnataka tops among the southern states over 6,000 elephants. So who is the top state? Karnataka. But in terms of tiger, which is the highest state, it is Madhya Pradesh. So highest death rate among juvenile elephants attributed to elephant endotrophic herpes virus. So the juvenile, the smaller baby elephant dies because of some diseases. The disease is EEHBS. EEHBS. Okay. Okay. Next is Indian elephant, Elepha maximus. What is the other name? Elepha maximus. So habitat found in central and southern western Ghats, East India, eastern India, and northern India, and in some parts of southern peninsula. India is home to over 60% of all elephant population. Highest population in Karnataka, followed by Assam and then Kerala. So please remember. So after Karnataka, the next populous state of elephant is Assam and then is Kerala. Okay. So now have you? I hope you have many times heard about the Kumki elephant. Kumki elephants. So Kumki elephant are trained elephants. Okay, they are trained elephants. They are used to for various operations. Okay, they are used for various operations like protection of forest or guarding the forest used by the forest officers. Okay, next. So one thing always remember, the leader of the elephant group. The leader of the elephant group is always a female elephant. Leader of the elephant group is always a female elephant. Next, conservation measures. So see, from Indian point of view, I said there's a project elephant. Next is 33 elephant reserves. Okay. Difference between Asiatic and African elephant. Please look at and have a time by pausing the video. You can have a look at. Okay, savanna elephant and forest elephant. Smaller round ears, large fan ears. This is next is state of the rhino 2024 report. So state of the rhino 2024 report. So International Rhino Foundation released the State of the Rhino 2024 report. So please remember who released this report. International Rhino Foundation. Okay. Number of white rhino increased, but greater one on rhino, Indian rhino number remained the same. So very few. Yeah, fear you can say that no extra number has been added to Indian rhino. Means it has remained stagnant. So five species of rhino, two African and three Asian rhino. So two species of African rhino, white rhino and black rhino, whereas three Asian rhino is Indian rhino, Java, Sumatra rhino. Okay. So what are the initiative taken? Rhino conservation initiatives, National Rhino Conservation Strategy 2019 to conserve Indian rhino, New Delhi Declaration of Asian Rhinos and Indian Rhino Vision 2023. So there are some of the initiatives to conserve rhino. Please remember Rhino Vision, Indian Rhino Vision 2020 and his New Delhi Declaration on Asian Rhinos 2019. So, State of the Rhino report released by International Rhino Foundation. So, there are some differences that has been highlighted between African rhino and Asian rhino. Please have a look on it. Okay. So, what is the conservation status? The conservation status for white rhino and black rhino. So, white rhino is near threatened and black rhino is critically endangered. Whereas Indian rhino vulnerable and Java Sumatra rhino critically endangered. Next is Great Indian Bustard. I hope all of you can relate this Great Indian Bustard, Gujarat or Rajasthan. Yes or no? So please answer it on the comment section. Great Indian Bustard is famous in which state? Either Gujarat or Rajasthan. Please answer it. So project implemented by Wildlife Institute of India. So Great Indian Bustard. What is the project? Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change approved fund for the next phase 2024-2010 for bustard recovery program. So bustard recovery program is implemented by Wildlife Institute of India. Okay, bustard recovery program, and it is been granted by Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Next is about lesser florican. So what is lesser florican? Smallest bird of the bustard family. Protection status is critically endangered, and it is habitat where? Where is its habitat? Its habitat is in Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, and Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so one thing you can remember: this Great Indian Bustard is all related to Rajasthan. Okay, so see, this is Great Indian Bustard. You can see the picture. Great Indian Bustard, endemic to Indian subcontinent, mostly is in Rajasthan and Gujarat. So one thing, endemic. So please, if you know what do you mean by endemic, so please answer it on the comment section. Endemic, okay, endangered. So only endemic. Okay, if you not, I will be clearing on the next video. Okay, what is endemic? So next is conservation status. Conservation status is critically endangered. Okay, so why critically endangered? So see, because in Rajasthan many electrical grid lines are being operated. Okay, so bustard are the heavy birds, so they do not fly on that high sky, so they fly on an average height. So during the flight, they get stuck on the electrical wires and they die. Okay, so this is one of the most high concern. There are many cases in the court from green tribunal or wildlife conservation. So this is something. Okay, see what are the threats? What are the threats? One is predation, entanglement with power lines, and organophosphate pesticides. So these are something which are used in the agriculture. Okay, next, see, related news: Supreme Court order on ban on power lines. Okay, I recently what I said is next is crocodile conservation project. Crocodile conservation project. Okay, so India launched its crocodile conservation project in Odisha, Vitharkarnika National Park. So please remember, Vitharkarnika National Park is in Odisha, and where the crocodile conservation project has been launched, and it is basically by India. Okay, so with the assistance of United Nations Development Program, and United Nations Foods and Agriculture Organization. So Bhitarkanika National Park, it is a Ramsar site. Okay, Ramsar site matlab wetlands located in Odisha and India's second largest mangrove ecosystem. Please remember, it is India's second largest mangrove ecosystem after the Sundarban. Sundarban is in West Bengal. Okay, so Bhitarkanika National Park is in Odisha. Please remember, it is essentially a network of creeks and canals which is inundated with water from rivers like Brahmani, Baitarani, and Dhamara and Patshala. So please remember Vidyakarnika National Park. Vidyakarnika National Park is the Ramsar site. I say so. It is basically in wetland. So in the wetland, the water comes from the rivers like Brahmani. So please remember what are the 4 rivers: Brahmani, Bidharni, Dhamra, and Patshala. Please remember these are the 4 rivers which from which the water flows into Vidyakarnika National Park at the Ramsar site. Brahmani, Baitarni, Dhamra, and Patshala. Home to largest congregations of saltwater crocodile. So it is a larger congregation of saltwater crocodile. Saltwater crocodile are found there. Okay, with water monitor lizard, python, and hyenas, etc. Okay. Now about crocodile, it is invertebrate class reptiles, mainly in freshwater swamps, lakes, and rivers. Avian nocturnal animals under polycathermic. Okay, so gharial. So there are many varieties of crocodile. Among them is one is gharial. Okay, so gharial status is critically endangered, inhibited in freshwater rivers. So where it is inhibited or where it can be found is in Chambal, Gerwa, Ghagra, Son, Gandak. Okay, I hope you all know these rivers. These are all the sub-tributaries of Ganga and Yamuna. Okay, Son is a sub-tributary of Yamuna. Okay, so these are all sub-tributaries of Ganga. Chambal only the Chambal one is separate. Okay, and so Ghagra, Son, and Gandak you know all. Next is characteristics. Gharial, due to volvox nab at the end of their long narrow snout, primarily eat fishes. So they eat fishes. Okay. Next, the gharial status is critically endangered. It has been listed on the Appendix 1 list. Okay. Next is funga. What is funga? Recognition and conservation. The Fungi Foundation, through event biodiversity, asks people globally to use the word fungi wherever they say flora and fauna as a part of the trinity of life on Earth. Okay, so fungi is a new name that has been given to use instead of flora and fauna. If you use flora and fauna separately, okay, but when you use flora and fauna together, so there is a name given to replace it, and it is fungi. Okay, so this is nothing like same only. Okay, there is nothing extra. So see, here's some difference between flora, fauna, and fungi. So flora is plantae. I hope all of you know. Fauna is animalia, and fungi is fungi. Okay. Example: algae, flowers, trees, and fauna it is insect, reptiles, and mammals. And in fungi is mushroom, molds, and yeast. So reproduction through seeds, spores, through sexual and asexual reproduction, and through spores or asexual reproduction. So it is a combination of both. World Network of Biosphere Reserves. UN Education, Scientific and Cultural Organizations added 11 new biosphere reserves from countries like Colombo under the Manan Biosphere Program. So there has nothing been new for India. There is only 11 new biosphere reserves has been added to the Colombia and the Manan Biosphere Reserves. Okay, so this is all a part of Colombia. Okay, now about MBA program, Manan Biosphere Reserve. So I hope all of you know Manan Biosphere Reserves. It is a part of Ramsar sites. Okay, so Manan aim to establish a scientific basis for enhancing relationship between people and environment. Nilgiri Biosphere Reserves. Nilgiri Biosphere Reserves was the first to be recognized as a part of Manan Biosphere Program. About Biosphere Reserves, so core areas, buffer zone, and transition areas. I hope everyone knows what is the core areas, what is buffer area, and what is transition zone. Next, the Biosphere Reserves in India. These are some of the Biosphere Reserves in India. Please have a look on those. So, how many Biosphere Reserves in India? Please have a count on this Biosphere Reserves. So see, Biosphere Reserves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So there are 18 Biosphere Reserves. Okay. So among these, Kanchenjunga National Park. Kanchenjunga, I hope all of you know, in Sikkim. Manas Biosphere Reserve is in Assam. Dibrusheikua, Assam. Dehang Dibing is also in Arunachal Pradesh. Naukrak is in Meghalaya. Sundarban is in West Bengal. Shimlipal, Odisha. Shimlipal, Odisha. Vaitarnika, Odisha. Yes, just we studied. Shimlipal is in Odisha. Sheshachalam is in Andhra Pradesh. Great Nicobar is in Nicobar Island. Gulf of Mannar is in Tamil Nadu. Agasthamalai is in Kerala, Nilgiri is in Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Karnataka. So I hope all of you know about the Nilgiri hills, Nilkurunji flower. So next is Amarkantak. Amarkantak, yeah, sorry. Yes, Achanakmar, Amarkantak. So Amarkantak is in Chhattisgarh. Please remember, Achanakmar, Amarkantak is in Chhattisgarh. Next is Panchamari. Panchamari is in Madhya Pradesh. Panchamari is in Madhya Pradesh. Next is Panna. Panna is in Madhya Pradesh. Kutch is in Gujarat. All of you can identify Kutch with Ran of Kutch. So Nanda Devi is in Uttarakhand. Nanda Devi is also a valley. There is also a valley of flowers. Okay, so please remember the valley of flowers. Cold desert is in Himachal Pradesh. Cold desert is in Himachal Pradesh. These are some of the biospheres of. Next is eco-sensitive areas. So what is eco-sensitive areas? Karnataka government rejected Kasturingam committee report on the protections of Regaleston. So about the Kasturingam committee, 6,000 square kilometer in eco-sensitive non-it. This what is so study this. What is eco-sensitive area? Eco-sensitive area zone defined as area zone with identified environment resource having incomparable value requiring special attention for their conservation. So which requires more attention. Okay, it is being declared under Environment Protection Act 1986. Okay, purpose to protect environment and avoid degradation, create a kind of area and shock absorbs, acts as a transition zone. Okay, a special economic zone, so see prohibited, regulated, and permitted. So look at the Western Ghats geographical features. Western Ghats, I hope no, it extends from Gujarat up to southern portion. So please remember. Okay. So other key information, please have a look on those. Regional name Shayadri. Shayadri, now you read here is Maharashtra Nilgiri Hills. It is in culmination of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Animalia Hills and Cardamom Hills is in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. One of the world's 8 hotspot of biological diversity. So what are the endemic species? Nilgiri Tharan, lion-tailed macaque. So next, other related news. Intergovernmental Platform on Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services is a own Blue Planet Prize. Intergovernmental Platform on Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services own Blue Planet Prize for 2024 and is awarded annually by Japan-based Asahi Glass Foundation. So please remember Blue Planet, who has been awarded. It is the Intergovernmental Platform on Biodiversity and Ecosystem. So where it is situated in Panama City, and it is an independent intergovernmental body to strengthen science and biodiversity and ecosystem services. It is not a UN body. Please remember, Intergovernmental Platform on Biodiversity and Ecosystem is not a UN body. However, United Nations Environment Program provides secretariat service to APPS. Okay. Currently, it is more than okay. Next is integrated development of wildlife habitat. Integrated development of wildlife habitat. So Union Cabinet approved continuation of central sponsored schemes of integrated development of wildlife habitats. Okay, what is the objective? Central sponsored umbrella scheme by the Ministry of Environment. Okay, so it's an Indian program. Okay. So what are the subschemes for integrated development of wildlife habitat? One is Project Tiger, Project Dolphin, Project Lion, Project Elephant. So these are the subschemes. What is People Biodiversity Register? So Thachkara Panchayat in Kerala recently published their updated People's Biodiversity Register. Okay, what is the purpose? To document and safeguard bioresources and associated knowledge. Next is Environmental Performance Index. Please look at this Environmental Performance Index. Who releases it? It is released by ELA Country Environment Law and Policy. Okay. So it ranks on around 180 countries. Estonia tops the list. India's rank is 176. Okay. India surpassed China as the world's largest emitter. Next is, so please remember Environment Performance Index is published by ELA for Environment Law and Policy. India's rank 176. Nature Conservation Index. Nature Conservation Index. So Nature Conservation Index is released by Goldman Sonneford School of Sustainability and Climate Change. India again ranks at 176 out of 180 countries. So in Conservation Index and in the Environmental Performance Index, India ranks the same, that is 176. Okay, Nature Conservation Index and Environmental Performance Index, India ranks the same, 176. So now we are looking for camels. Okay, so UN declared 2024 as an International Year of Camels. So 2024, who declared? UN. So declared International Year of Camelids. International Year of Camelids to build awareness around the population. So about camel, camel are found in Africa and Asia. Please remember, in India too we get camel. Okay, type dromedarian or Arabian camel. Or there are two types of camel. One is Arabian camel and another is Bactrian camel. Two humps, and Arabian camel is single humps. Okay, domesticated people, mammals, herbivores, and survive in hot condition. Camel in India, state animal of Rajasthan, and they eat mangroves found in Kutch. In India, we have Bactrian camel only in Ladakh, Nubra Valley, means two humps. Okay, and Dromedaries camel are found in hot desert, means single hump. Okay. Okay. Next, other types of camel are Lama, Apaka, Guanca, and Vicuna. These are not found in, no, you will not get it in India. Okay. So next is even red. Okay. I hope we will not able to finish it by today. Okay. We will be getting it by today. Okay. We'll be completing 1.2 and then we'll be moving to the next. Okay, 1.3 for the next day. United Nations Program on Reducing Emission from Deforestation. United Nations Program on Reducing Emission from Deforestation and Forest Degradation. This is event red. Okay, so raising ambition, exciting actions towards enhanced nationality determined contribution of forest has been done. Key finding of report: only 8 of the top 20 countries with the highest tropical deficit have quantified targets. Okay, so these are some national determined contributions. So UN measures that whoever the country has achieved the said target by themselves. Okay, 11 of the NDC national determined contribution quantified targets reflecting deforestation and deforestation mitigation. So what is UNDRED? About UNDRED flagship UN knowledge and advisory program on forest and climate. So it basically looks for forest and climate. So partner including India. India is also a member. About RED Plus, what is RED Plus? RED Plus goes beyond simple deforestation, fertigation and include role of conservation, sustainable management of forest and enhancement of forest carbon stocks. Next is international arrangement of forest. International Arrangement on Forest. United Nations Forum on Forest under the International Arrangement on Forest. So this is released by Association of International under the International Arrangement on Forest. Key takeaways of the UNF 19 meeting: world is off track to achieve global forest goals by 2030. So what are the global forest goals? There are 6 goals. One is GFG1 global forest goal is reverse forest cover loss, improve forest benefits and livelihood, protect forest and use sustainable forest products, mobilize resources, promote inclusive forest governance and cooperative and work access. So there are 6 goals. But the report findings says that the world is off track to achieve global forest goal by 2030. So what is the limit? 2030. Okay. Next. So total forest and tree cover has increased by 2,261 kilometer. That is total of 24.62% of the total geographic area. 17 states have more than 33% of the area under forest cover. Next is International Arrangement on Forest, established in 2000 and success of the Intergovernmental Panel on Forest. What are the 5 components? This is of United Nations Forum on Forest, Collaborative Partnership on Forest, the Global Forest Financing Facilitation Network, UN Trust Fund and UNFF. Next is mangrove conservation. IUCN Red List of mangrove ecosystem indicated that above 50% of the ecosystem examined were classified as vulnerable, endangered and critically endangered. So mangroves are in critical position. So it is so mangrove ecosystem. This initiative has been taken as one of the headline indicators of the Kunming Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework under the Conservation of Biological Diversity. So it is been adopted in the Kunming Montreal Global Biodiversity. Please remember, okay. And the mangrove ecosystems of South India, Sri Lanka, and Maldives and Northwest Atlantic were identified as critically endangered. So please remember, in South India, the status of mangrove is critically endangered. So status of Indian mangrove: Andaman and Bay of Bengal, South India, critically endangered, and Andaman and Bay of Bengal is least concerned. West India is vulnerable. So please, status of Indian mangrove is very important. Okay, not everywhere it is critically endangered. Somewhere in the South India it is critically endangered, whereas Andaman and Bay of Bengal of least concern, and whereas in the West India it is vulnerable. Okay, now about mangrove and ecosystem service provided. Tropical, subtropical, and warm temperate coast. Okay, so what are the initiatives taken by the Indian government? One is Misty Mangrove Initiative for Shoreline Habitat and Tangible Income, and one is Magical Emerald. Next is other related Forest Advisory Committee. So Forest Advisory Committee, it is also a statutory committee set up under Forest Act under Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Okay. It has exempted service involving drilling and felling up to 100 trees for hydro. Exempted service. Okay. Next is forest conservation, forest ecosystem restoration initiatives. This marks the 10th anniversary of Forest Ecosystem Restoration Initiatives, launched as a partnership between Korea Forest and Conservation of Biological Diversity Secretariat, Korea Forest Service. Not so much important, then also. Next is EU's Nature Restoration Plan. European Union's Nature Restoration Plan, aims contain binding restoration target for long-term recovery of nature's European Union's land and sea areas. So it is basically for European Union. Okay, and the treaty is binding. So please remember, treaty is binding. European Union Deforestation and Regulation. So it applies to a wide range of products including palm oil, soy, and beef, cocoa, and timber. So and during deforestation it applies to all kind of products. Okay, and it will act as a barrier for countries who export to the European Union. So it will also act as a barrier for trade. Okay, so please remember. So from the next day we will be continuing with 1.3, that is wetland, coastlands, and ocean. Please give a revision on all those. Okay, and whatever I have not said, I hope it is not so much relevant to the exam. And please, from India point of view, notify and please read it carefully. Okay, the same thing I will be repeating again. Those who have not watched, आपने अगर अब अभी नहीं देखा हो मेरा वीडियो और पहली बार देख रहे हो तो प्लीज़ शेयर कीजिएगा, लाइक कीजिएगा, कमेंट कीजिएगा एंड सब्सक्राइब कीजिएगा अगर नहीं किए, और बाकी सब के लिए प्लीज़ 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 शेयर कीजिएगा वीडियो को जितना आप कर सकते हैं, ठीक है, ताकि सब लोगों का फ़ायदा हो. ओके, थैंक यू एंड हैव ए गुड डे एंड बाय बाय.